Have you ever found yourself questioning why someone you care about doesn't seem to appreciate you? Maybe it's a partner who's distant, a friend who only reaches out when they need something, or even a colleague who overlooks your contributions. It's a frustrating and painful experience, one that leaves you feeling invisible. But what if I told you that this could be the turning point, the moment where everything changes, not because they finally see your value, but because you do? This journey isn't about revenge, it's about rising above. It's about embodying the principles of Stoicism, embracing your inner strength, taking control of what you can, and letting go of what you can't. By the end of this guide, you won't just make them regret undervaluing you. You'll transform yourself into someone who commands respect effortlessly. Stay with me, because the final step is where it all comes together. That's when we'll explore the ultimate way to eliminate negativity and let your light shine. For now, let's dive into the first crucial step on this transformative journey: learning to value yourself. 1. Value yourself first. Before anyone else can see your worth, you must recognize it within yourself. Ask yourself, do I truly value who I am, or have I allowed someone else's opinions to shape my self-perception? This is where your journey begins, not with external validation, but with internal affirmation. Think back to Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher-emperor, who reminded us that the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. How often do you let negative thoughts creep in, whispering doubts and fears? Those thoughts can be relentless, convincing you that your value depends on someone else's approval. But the truth is, your worth is inherent. It's not something others bestow upon you, it's something you carry within. Start each day by affirming this truth. Stand in front of the mirror, look yourself in the eyes, and declare, I am worthy. I am capable. I deserve respect. These simple words may feel awkward at first, but repetition will turn them into a cornerstone of your mindset. Over time, you'll notice a shift, not only in how you see yourself, but in how others respond to you. Confidence is contagious. And when you value yourself, you send a powerful signal to the world. Valuing yourself also means setting boundaries. Are you saying yes to things that drain your energy just to keep others happy? Are you sacrificing your own needs for the sake of maintaining relationships that don't nourish you? It's time to change that. Learn to say no when necessary, not out of spite, but out of respect for your time and well-being. Remember, Stoicism teaches us that we can't control how others act, but we can control how we respond. By prioritizing your self-respect, you're taking a stand for your inner peace. But valuing yourself isn't just about mindset, it's about action. Make choices that reinforce your worth. Pursue hobbies that bring you joy, spend time with people who uplift you, and invest in your personal growth. When you start living in alignment with your values, you'll notice something remarkable. People who once took you for granted will begin to see you in a new light. They'll realize that your life doesn't revolve around their validation, and that's when the regret sets in. This is just the beginning. In the next step, we'll explore how eliminating negativity can create space for your inner strength to flourish. You won't want to miss it. 2. Eliminate negativity from your life. Let's face it, negativity can be a silent, insidious force. It sneaks into your life through toxic relationships, self-doubt, or even the endless barrage of bad news and social media comparisons. But here's the hard truth. You cannot grow in an environment that constantly pulls you down. So, ask yourself, what or who in my life consistently drains my energy? Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control. You can't change how others behave, but you can decide who gets access to your inner world. Start by examining your relationships. Are there people who only show up when they need something? Do you have friends who belittle your dreams or undermine your confidence? It's time to set boundaries. This doesn't mean cutting people off coldly, but rather prioritizing those who uplift and inspire you. Distance yourself from those who thrive on negativity. It's one of the most liberating steps you'll take. But negativity doesn't just come from people, it also resides within. How often do you catch yourself thinking, I'm not good enough, or what if I fail? These thoughts are like anchors, holding you back from reaching your potential. The key is to challenge them. When a negative thought arises, counter it with a positive affirmation. I rise above this doubt. I am capable and strong. Over time, this practice rewires your mind to default to positivity and resilience. Let's not forget the external sources of negativity, social media, news, even the shows you watch. While staying informed is important, constantly consuming content that makes you feel anxious or inadequate can be harmful. Be mindful of your media diet. Choose content that educates, uplifts, and inspires. Follow creators who share positivity and wisdom, and unfollow accounts that trigger feelings of comparison or inadequacy. Remember, your mental environment is just as important as your physical one. Speaking of physical spaces, consider your surroundings. Is your home or workspace cluttered? A chaotic environment often mirrors a chaotic mind. Take some time to declutter and organize. Create a space that feels calm and inviting, a place where you can recharge and focus on your goals. Even small changes, like adding a plant or a piece of art you love, can significantly improve your mood and energy. Now, here's a powerful exercise to help solidify this step. Take out a piece of paper and write down the top 3 sources of negativity in your life. Next to each one, jot down a plan for how you'll address it. Maybe it's limiting time with a draining friend, replacing self-doubt with affirmations, or setting daily limits on social media use. As you work through this process, you'll begin to notice a shift. Without the weight of negativity, you'll feel lighter, more focused, and more in tune with your goals. And here's the best part. When others see you thriving, free from the negativity they once brought into your life, they'll start to regret not treating you better. If this resonates with you, I invite you to take action right now. Drop a comment below with the words, "I release negativity." Let's commit together to creating a space where positivity and growth can flourish. Next, we'll dive into a step that's all about establishing your personal boundaries and standing firm in your self-worth. It's one of the most empowering lessons of Stoicism. Stay with me, you're just getting started on this transformative journey. 3. Define your space. Have you ever considered how much your environment influences your mindset? Your physical space, the place you call home, your workspace, even the people you surround yourself with, can either uplift you or weigh you down. If you want others to respect and value you, you must first create a space that reflects your worth. Ask yourself, does my space support the person I'm becoming, or does it hold me back? Stoicism teaches us to seek harmony within and without. A cluttered space often leads to a cluttered mind. Start by decluttering your environment. Look around your home or office. Are there items you no longer need or that don't bring you joy? Let them go. This simple act of removing physical clutter can create a profound sense of clarity and control. But defining your space isn't just about tidiness. It's about infusing your surroundings with elements that inspire you. Maybe it's a bookshelf filled with your favorite reads, a motivational quote on the wall, or a plant that adds a touch of nature. These small but meaningful touches can transform your space into a sanctuary, a place where you feel empowered and at peace. Your social environment is just as crucial. Are you surrounded by people who uplift and support you? Or do you find yourself in circles filled with negativity, gossip, or competition? You don't have to cut ties abruptly, but you can gently shift your focus to those who align with your values and aspirations. Protect your energy by limiting time with those who don't contribute positively to your life. Think of defining your space as laying the groundwork for your mental and emotional growth. When your environment is calm and supportive, you'll find it easier to make decisions, stay focused, and maintain your confidence. And as you rise, those who once overlooked you will start to take notice. They'll see the changes, not just in your physical space, but in your energy and presence. Now that we've established the importance of your environment, let's move to the next step: balancing kindness with boundaries. It's a skill that will not only protect your energy, but also elevate how others perceive you. 4. Be kind but limit contact. Kindness is a powerful virtue, but like all virtues, it must be balanced. Have you ever felt that your kindness was taken for granted? Perhaps you've been the go-to person for advice, favors, or emotional support, yet when you need someone, the room goes silent. Stoicism reminds us that while we should extend kindness, we must also guard our own peace. Ask yourself, am I kind because I choose to be, or because I fear losing approval? There's no shame in being kind, it's a reflection of your character. But when kindness is met with consistent disregard or exploitation, it's time to reassess. This doesn't mean withdrawing compassion. It means being strategic about where and how you invest your energy. Imagine you're a reservoir of goodwill. If you pour too much into those who don't reciprocate, you'll find yourself drained. Instead, channel your kindness toward those who value and respect you. One of the most effective ways to balance kindness is by setting boundaries. Let's say you have a friend who only reaches out when they need something, or a colleague who frequently offloads their work onto you. You can still be polite and supportive, but make it clear that your time and energy are not unlimited. For instance, if a friend constantly seeks advice but never seems to listen, you might say, "I care about you, but I've noticed we keep revisiting the same issues. Have you thought about seeking professional help or exploring other perspectives?" This approach is kind but firm, showing that while you're supportive, you won't allow yourself to be taken for granted. Another aspect of limiting contact is recognizing when distance is necessary. Not every relationship is meant to last forever, and that's okay. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do for yourself and the other person is to create space. This doesn't mean you harbor resentment or cut them off harshly. Instead, you step back with grace, allowing both parties to grow independently. Balancing kindness with boundaries also sends a clear message. I value myself and I expect others to do the same. Over time, people will adjust. Those who truly care for you will respect your boundaries and appreciate your kindness even more. And those who don't, they'll realize what they've lost when your energy is no longer readily available to them. Here's a challenge for you. Identify one relationship where you feel your kindness is being taken for granted. How can you set a boundary in that relationship? Share your thoughts in the comments with "I balance kindness with strength." Let's inspire each other to practice compassionate self-respect. Next, we'll explore how to cultivate an unshakable calm under pressure, a skill that will not only earn you respect but also deepen your inner peace. Stay with me. This journey is far from over. 5. Stay calm under pressure. Life has a way of testing us when we least expect it. Whether it's an argument with a partner, a sudden challenge at work, or a family crisis spiraling out of control, pressure situations are inevitable. But what sets truly respected individuals apart is their ability to remain calm amidst the chaos. Ask yourself, when the storm hits, do I react impulsively, or do I maintain my composure? Stoicism emphasizes the importance of controlling our reactions. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." When we allow external pressures to dictate our emotions, we surrender that power. But when we stay calm, we become the anchor in the storm, offering stability not just for ourselves, but for those around us. So how can you cultivate this calm? Start with your breath. In high-pressure moments, your breathing often becomes shallow and rapid, fueling anxiety. Instead, pause and take slow, deliberate breaths. Inhale deeply through your nose, hold for a moment, and exhale slowly. This simple practice signals to your brain that you're in control, reducing the intensity of your emotional response. Perspective is another powerful tool. When faced with a stressful situation, ask yourself, will this matter a year from now? Often what feels urgent in the moment loses its significance over time. By zooming out and seeing the bigger picture, you can approach challenges with a clearer, more balanced mindset. Another way to stay calm is by embracing silence. When emotions are high, the urge to speak out or defend yourself can be overwhelming. But sometimes the most powerful response is no response at all. Silence allows you to gather your thoughts, and it often speaks louder than words. It shows that you're in control of yourself and the situation. Staying calm under pressure also impacts how others perceive you. When you handle difficult situations with grace, you earn their trust and admiration. They'll begin to see you as someone who can be relied upon, someone whose steady hand and clear mind are invaluable. And those who underestimated you, they'll start to regret it when they realize how much they relied on your calm presence. In the next step, we'll discuss the power of charting your own path and how living authentically can make others recognize your true value. Stay tuned. This journey of transformation is only getting deeper. 6. Chart your own path. There's a certain allure to walking your own path. It's a declaration of independence, a bold statement that says, I will not be defined by others' expectations. But choosing this path requires courage. Ask yourself, am I living a life true to my desires, Or am I following someone else's script? Stoicism encourages us to seek internal validation rather than external approval. Epictetus reminds us, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. Too often, we look to others for guidance, approval, or direction. While it's natural to seek advice, ultimately your life is yours to lead. The sooner you embrace this, the more fulfilling your journey will be. Start by identifying what truly matters to you. What are your passions, your values, your dreams? These are the compass points that will guide your path. Maybe it's a career change you've been contemplating, a creative hobby you've put on hold, or a bold decision to travel solo. Whatever it is, honor it. Take small, deliberate steps toward it every day. Charting your own path also means being prepared for solitude. Not everyone will understand or support your choices, and that's okay. True growth often happens in the quiet moments when you're walking alone. Trust that those who genuinely care for you will respect your journey, even if they don't fully understand it. But here's the magic. As you pursue your unique path, others will start to see you differently. Your independence and self-assurance will draw people in. They'll admire your courage and authenticity, and those who once took you for granted may find themselves wishing they'd supported you more. Your journey will also inspire others. When they see you chasing your dreams, they'll feel empowered to do the same. You'll become a beacon of possibility, proof that it's never too late to live authentically. Here's a practical step. Think of one area in your life where you've been holding back, waiting for the right time or others' approval. What's one small action you can take today to move forward? Share it in the comments with I chart my own path. Together, we'll encourage each other to live boldly and authentically. Next, we'll explore the art of standing your ground, a skill that, once mastered, will ensure others respect your boundaries and your worth. You won't want to miss this. 7. Stand your ground. Have you ever compromised your boundaries to avoid conflict or keep the peace? Maybe you've let a friend take advantage of your generosity or allowed a partner to dismiss your feelings. While it might seem easier in the moment, over time, these small concessions can chip away at your self-respect. Ask yourself, how often do I stand firm when it truly matters? Stoicism teaches us that maintaining our integrity is essential to living a virtuous life. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." This means embodying your values, even when it's uncomfortable or inconvenient. Standing your ground isn't about being stubborn or confrontational. It's about honoring your boundaries and ensuring that others respect them too. The first step in standing your ground is knowing your limits. What are your non-negotiables in relationships, friendships, or work? For instance, you might value honesty and expect it from those around you. Or you might prioritize your time and dislike when others disrespect it by being habitually late. Whatever your boundaries are, take the time to define them clearly. Once you know your limits, the next step is to communicate them assertively. Let's say a friend frequently cancels plans last minute, leaving you feeling unimportant. You could say, "I value our time together, but it's frustrating when plans are canceled last minute. Can we agree to respect each other's time moving forward?" This approach is calm but firm, showing that you're willing to address the issue without resorting to anger or blame. Standing your ground also requires consistency. If you enforce a boundary one day but let it slide the next, people will struggle to take you seriously. Consistency signals that you mean what you say and that your boundaries aren't flexible based on someone else's convenience. Over time, this consistency will earn you respect, even from those who initially pushed back. Here's a key insight. Standing your ground may lead to some discomfort, especially if others are used to you being more accommodating. But that discomfort is temporary, and the long-term gain is invaluable. By showing that you respect yourself, you'll inspire others to do the same. And those who don't, they'll begin to feel the sting of regret when they realize you're no longer bending over backward to accommodate them. Next, we'll explore how cultivating a sense of humor can transform your relationships and make you even more magnetic. Stay tuned. This next step is as fun as it is powerful. 8. Develop a sense of humor. Life is full of ups and downs, but how you respond to them can make all the difference. Imagine facing a tough situation or an awkward encounter. What if, instead of stressing out or getting defensive, you chose to laugh? A sense of humor is more than just a way to entertain. It's a tool that can diffuse tension, build connections, and boost your confidence. Ask yourself, when was the last time I laughed at life's absurdities rather than letting them weigh me down? Stoicism reminds us to take life's challenges in stride. As Epictetus said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Developing a sense of humor allows you to react to life's challenges with lightness and resilience. It helps you rise above stress and reminds you that not everything needs to be taken so seriously. Humor also has a way of breaking down barriers. Think about it, who doesn't enjoy being around someone who can make them laugh? Whether you're in a relationship, building new friendships, or trying to navigate a difficult work environment, a well-timed joke or a lighthearted comment can instantly create a sense of connection. It shows that you're confident, approachable, and not easily rattled. But what if you don't consider yourself naturally funny? No problem. Developing a sense of humor doesn't mean you have to become a stand-up comedian. Start by learning to laugh at yourself. When you make a mistake or find yourself in an awkward situation, resist the urge to beat yourself up. Instead, acknowledge the humor in the moment. Maybe you trip in public or accidentally send a text to the wrong person. These moments can either be embarrassing or an opportunity for a good laugh. Choose laughter. Another way to cultivate humor is to surround yourself with it. Watch comedies, read funny books, or follow content creators who make you laugh. The more you expose yourself to humor, the more you'll start to see the lighter side of life in your everyday interactions. And when you do, you'll find that people naturally gravitate toward your positive energy. Having a sense of humor doesn't just improve your social interactions, it also benefits your mental health. Laughter reduces stress, boosts your mood, and even strengthens your immune system. It's a natural antidote to life's pressures, helping you stay resilient and optimistic. As you start to embrace humor, you'll notice how it changes the way others see you. People who once overlooked you may begin to see you as someone they enjoy being around, someone who brings joy and levity to their lives. And that's when the regret sets in. They'll wish they had valued you more from the start. Let's reflect on this. How can you bring more humor into your daily life? Share a funny moment or a time when laughter helped you in the comments with "I choose to laugh." Together we'll celebrate the power of humor and the joy it brings. Next, we'll shift gears and dive into how showing respect to everyone can elevate your relationships and command admiration. You won't want to miss this essential step. 9. Show respect to everyone. Respect is a universal language. It transcends backgrounds, cultures, and differences, forming the foundation of meaningful connections. But here's the catch: true respect isn't conditional. It's not reserved for those who treat you well or agree with your views. It's something you extend to everyone, even those who may not immediately deserve it. Ask yourself, do I consistently show respect to others, or do I let my emotions dictate my actions? Stoicism emphasizes the importance of treating others with dignity, regardless of their behavior. Epictetus taught, be tolerant with others and strict with yourself. This means holding yourself to a high standard while showing patience and understanding toward others. Respecting everyone isn't a sign of weakness, it's a testament to your strength and character. Imagine you're in a heated argument. The easy path is to raise your voice, interrupt, or resort to personal attacks. But what if instead you paused, listened, and responded calmly? By showing respect even in disagreement, you demonstrate emotional maturity and self-control. People may not always remember what you said, but they'll never forget how you made them feel. Respect isn't limited to handling conflict. It's about everyday interactions, the way you greet a barista, respond to a coworker's suggestion, or acknowledge a stranger's presence. Small acts of respect build a reputation that precedes you, marking you as someone who values others and, in turn, commands their respect. Now, let's address an important nuance. Respecting everyone doesn't mean tolerating bad behavior or allowing others to disrespect you. It's entirely possible to respect someone's humanity while setting firm boundaries. For example, if someone consistently interrupts you during conversations, you can say, "I'd appreciate it if we could both take turns speaking so we can really hear each other out." This approach asserts your boundaries without compromising your respect for the other person. When you consistently show respect, you'll notice a shift in how people treat you. Even those who may have overlooked or undervalued you in the past will begin to see you differently. They'll recognize your integrity and start to regret taking your respect for granted. Next, we'll explore the power of defining your space and how creating an environment that reflects your worth can transform your mindset and relationships. Stay with me. This step ties everything together beautifully. 10. Define your space. Your environment speaks volumes about who you are. Whether it's your home, workspace, or social circles, the spaces you occupy can either fuel your growth or hold you back. Ask yourself, does my space reflect the person I aspire to be, or am I settling for less? Stoicism reminds us that while we can't control everything in life, we can control our immediate surroundings. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." In the same way, your environment shapes your mindset. A cluttered, chaotic space often leads to scattered thoughts, while an organized, intentional space promotes clarity and focus. Start by assessing your physical space. Is your home a sanctuary, or does it feel more like a storage unit? Begin by decluttering. Keep only what adds value or brings joy, and let go of the rest. This process isn't just about tidying up, it's about creating room for peace and inspiration. Add elements that reflect your personality and aspirations. A favorite piece of art, a cozy reading nook, or even a simple plant that breathes life into the room. But defining your space goes beyond the physical. Your social environment plays an equally crucial role. Are you surrounded by people who uplift and encourage you? Or do you find yourself in circles filled with negativity and drama? Remember, you become like the people you spend the most time with. Choose wisely. Seek out those who inspire growth and distance yourself from those who drain your energy. Your workspace is another critical area. Whether you're working from home or in an office, a well-organized and personalized space can boost your productivity and creativity. Keep your desk tidy, add motivational quotes or photos, and ensure your setup supports your goals. When your workspace feels intentional, you'll approach your tasks with greater enthusiasm and focus. Defining your space is also about setting emotional boundaries. Not every invitation needs to be accepted, and not every demand on your time requires a yes. Guard your energy by being selective about where and with whom you spend it. By doing so, you create a life that feels purposeful and aligned with your values. Here's a challenge for you. Take a look around your immediate environment right now. What's one small change you can make today to create a more empowering space? Share your action plan in the comments with "I Design My Space." Let's support each other in building environments that fuel our best selves. In the next and final step, we'll discuss how to eliminate negativity from your life entirely, a powerful way to rise above and shine even brighter. Stick around because this step will tie everything together perfectly. 11. Eliminate negativity from your life. Negativity, whether internal or external, can be like a cloud that dims your light. It seeps into your thoughts, your relationships, and even your daily routines, subtly draining your energy and confidence. But here's the truth. You can't thrive while carrying the weight of negativity. Ask yourself, what toxic influences am I still holding on to, and why? In Stoicism, one of the core teachings is to focus on what's within your control and let go of what's not. Negative people, environments, and even your own destructive thought patterns fall into the category of things you can address. As Epictetus said, it is not the things themselves that disturb people, but their judgments about those things. This is your call to action, to take ownership of your mental and emotional space. Start with the people in your life. Are there individuals who consistently bring you down, criticize you unfairly, or create unnecessary drama? It's time to reevaluate those relationships. You don't need to cut ties harshly, but you can limit your exposure. Politely but firmly, create distance by spending less time with them and more with those who bring positivity and support. Next, turn inward. How often do you entertain negative self-talk? Thoughts like "I'm not good enough" or "I'll never succeed" can be more damaging than external criticism. The Stoic approach is to challenge these thoughts with reason and perspective. When such thoughts arise, ask yourself, is this true? Is this thought serving me, or is it holding me back? Replace negativity with affirmations that align with your growth, such as "I rise above challenges" or "I am constantly improving." Another critical area is your media consumption. Constant exposure to sensationalized news or social media comparisons can fuel anxiety and dissatisfaction. Be mindful of what you're consuming daily. Limit your screen time. Unfollow accounts that trigger negative emotions, and instead, seek out content that inspires and educates you. Surrounding yourself with positivity doesn't mean ignoring reality, it means choosing what nurtures your mental health. Lastly, take a hard look at your physical environment. A cluttered, disorganized space can contribute to a cluttered mind. Dedicate time to decluttering and organizing your home. Create a space that feels calm and supportive, a place where you can recharge and focus on what matters most. As you start eliminating negativity, you'll notice a shift in your energy and mindset. You'll feel lighter, more focused, and more in control. And here's the kicker: others will notice too. Those who once took your positivity for granted will regret not appreciating the light you bring into their lives. They'll see you thriving and realize what they've lost by failing to value you. You've now walked through 11 transformative steps to help you rise above and make others regret not valuing you. But more importantly, these steps are about you, reclaiming your power, building your confidence, and creating a life that aligns with your highest values. As you grow, those who once overlooked your worth will see what they've lost. But by then, you'll be so focused on your journey that their regret will no longer matter. Let's keep the momentum going. If this guide has resonated with you, take a moment to like this video and subscribe for more Stoic-inspired wisdom. In the comments, share which step you're excited to implement with the words "I rise above." And don't forget to share this video with someone who could use a little encouragement on their own path. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Remember, your worth is not determined by others, but by the values you live by every day. Stay strong, stay resilient, and as always, keep rising.